Started.
Morok. All right. Kicks off with c4. Let's play a symmetrical English. And early knight f6 and d5. I'm still working out this line. See if I can get it going here. I've been having good luck with it, actually. People don't seem to have any great line against it. Let's pause. Now there's a potential threat. The bishop and the knight are attacking, and it's only defended by the queen. So there's a tempo move with the knight. But if the knight moves anywhere, I will just take his knight. If he takes, then my queen will go here. There are tempo moves with the knight, but they don't do anything immediately. So I think I have time for bishop g7. And then here I think I'll just take that guy off. It seems kind of funny, but every time I've looked at this with the chess engine, it almost always recommends taking there. I'm not sure why. Now I can castle, and if he wants to trade queens, I at least get a rook on the open file. So timing this is probably pretty important. Now this is interesting. So he's hitting this pawn, and if I defend with b6, which might be natural, then this my rook in the corner is easily trapped. So let's defend with the knight. Yeah, he's going there. So if I play queen c7 and he plays bishop to f4, hitting the queen, I believe I can play e5 there, hitting his bishop. But see, I want to play this so I can play rook e1, or rook b1 rather. Oh, he's coming in with the knight. The knight's exerting a little bit of influence on the e5 square. So maybe I need to play e4 right here. No, I still have queen, bishop, and knight on it. So I think I can play rook b8. And pawn to b6 and bishop to b7. And then I should be okay if I can get all of that in. Maybe it's this pawn on, he can provoke pawn to e5, and maybe that pawn will be a liability at some point. So maybe that's what black, or white, maybe that's what white can do in this position. Okay, well, he's stopping to think. Queen there. Yeah, so I wanted to play b6 anyway, and that also defends the pawn on a7 for the moment. Although it makes it difficult for me to play bishop to b7 with that queen looking at the a7 pawn, doesn't it? Oh, wow. I didn't expect that at all. So he's just wanting to trade queens. Queen takes. Bishop takes. Maybe his idea is that my rook is going to be trapped. Queen takes, bishop takes. My knight probably wants to move. And then he can attack my rook with bishop to f4. And my rook will have no squares. I can move my bishop, but that's interesting. So, can I defend my queen? Say rook b7. If he takes the queen, I can take back with the rook. If he takes the rook, I take with the bishop. Or I just leave the knight there and the bishop there and play, so I play queen takes, bishop takes, and then I play pawn to e h5, so that he can't play bishop f4 to harass my rook. So my bishop is a bit closed in now. But I can move my knight. Or can I? Actually, the knight has no squares. Isn't that funny? Okay, and if I put the rook here... Oh, that's terrible. Let's see. The knight has no moves. I mean, well, I can play here, but then that hangs the pawn. I have to do that, though, right? Knight to f6, knight takes e5. I can develop my bishop at least. Okay, so the question is, should I play knight somewhere with the tempo on the bishop? Probably not. When I move the knight, I have a tempo on this guy, right? But it's probably better just to develop this bishop and play on a pawn down. So that was neatly done by Mark there. Let's see if I can get back into the game somehow. His knight is still loose on e4, so I can play knight here. There's no great tempo moves for the knight. If I got knight e4, he can play either bishop takes knight or he can move his knight. And then if he moves his knight, though, I'll take his bishop. So knight e4, bishop takes knight, bishop takes knight. It's not looking so great. Knight d5. Yeah, but where else is the knight going? I guess you could consider knight takes f7. No, that's not a move. Yeah, I guess it is. Knight takes f7. I could take on f2. Kind of a funny reply. Yeah, just trading. So my rooks are safe, but I'm just down a pawn for nothing. Yeah, he's using his bishops to harass my rooks again. Forcing another trade. Well, the good thing about that trade is now I have safe squares for my rook. I can put my rooks on dark squares and he can't harass them anymore. Okay, but I can't double here. Let's see. He's gonna double on this file, right? But I can't just allow him to take control of the D file without challenging it somewhat. But I think he needs to really just play rook to D1. Might go something like this: rook D1, rook takes. Then I would put my rook on E7 here, protect the second rank, and step my king up to G7. Play it from there. Maybe, I could even grab a pawn. Maybe that's what he's worried about. If I get a pawn after all of this, then all of his careful careful planning and maneuvering will not come to anything. Yeah, he did kind of take material off in a hurry with that queen move. I thought this was good for me. I didn't think he had much going here because I have rook to d2 is a double attack, and he can't defend both of them, can he? So maybe he can play for creating trouble on the king side here. My king is very safe here. His bishop is the wrong color to get a mating attack going on my king. Whereas my bishop actually is the right color. I can play my bishop to h3 and threaten back rank mates. That's funny. Yeah, so winning that pawn and then trading everything off does not look like the right strategy to me. Yeah, so he decided to save his e-pawn and give up his b-pawn. That's okay. Maybe I do have to worry about getting too many pawns on the wrong color. Okay, but first, if I attack the c-pawn, how does he defend it? If I attack from the side, he defends from behind. If I attack from behind, he defends from the side. Not sure. It kind of puts his rook into an awkward spot. So I was thinking maybe that's better for me. And I can pile up on this pawn here. He can just move it forward, I guess. But actually, at this point, I have a slightly better pawn structure. So I can threaten. Threaten things here. Ah, he goes that way. That's not bad. Let's see, if I takes and his king comes forward, and I step to g7, he can come forward again, I can get to f6.
Check.
I like it. I like this okay for me. He can't step forward, right? He's got to defend his f-pawn. And yeah, he can dissolve his weakness. That's probably an interesting way to play. Now, what should I do here? Should I let him take, or should I push on with b5? Pawn to b5. He can attack it from the front. So maybe I will let him take.
Check.
So I do have this one outside pawn. Which my rook is in front of, unfortunately. Let's see. Let's go here. I want to move my pawns forward and maybe secure my king a little bit here. Well, that's interesting. I think I should push this pawn forward as far as I can. Oh, I forgot that was hanging. Well, what was I thinking? I needed to bring my king back to defend it. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, let's attack this pawn. Attack the rook, rather, and defend the other pawn. That's unfortunate. Gave up a pawn for nothing.
Check. check,
And I still have a passed pawn, though, which is a little bit closer. So rook here, 1, 2, 3, and queen. So yeah, he puts his king behind his pawn. That's good strategy. His king is covered from checks of my rook here. So what can he do? I can attack the h-pawn. Now it's just 2 pawns against 1. Let's give this check and see where his king is going. Ah, this is surely a draw, right? Let's oh, no, I have to be very careful here, right? My rook is on the wrong side here. And if his king steps forward to the 3rd rank, I'm in big trouble. I have to take my rook back when he can't push me back. So if I go back with the rook, he checks. I go back and he gets his king in front of the pawn, and that is a win. So I have to play. Let's see, I could leave the rook there and he can't advance the pawn. Or I could play my rook here.
check,
And I need to get my rook on the long side. Yeah, but now isn't this a draw? This, I think, is the Philidor position. When he pushes the pawn forward first, then his king can at most step forward to the 3rd rank, and you can always check it. If he checks my king, I can just go up and down. So I finally hit a draw. Well, that was kind of a lucky escape, but he brought it on himself. He traded off too much. Okay, let's start delivering the checks.
check, check,
Okay, classic draw. Simple draw. You always put your king directly in front of the pawn whenever you can. You always fall directly back. And whenever the king steps forward, you always block the king. So a very simple algorithm and entirely foolproof. And let's see, we might be always drop straight back. Put your king in front of the pawn. When you can go in front of the pawn, you can. Always drop straight back. I can't believe he's playing this out. Okay, this is probably a draw, right?
game drawn.
Yeah, that was by threefold repetition drawn. Okay, so I will upload this into a postmortem. See you guys later. Bye.